Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, I am going to show you how you go about entering the Go Collect giveaway that I do every single week here on the channel. As the channel continues to grow, I've realized that I need to put more of these lines in the sand out there for people to be able to know what's happening. And so that's why I'm creating this video. And I'm going to give you guys an overview of how you enter the Go Collect giveaway contest. And then I'm actually going to walk you through it as well. That way you have, I think, some nice solid documentation for how to enter this thing. So the Go Collect giveaway is a contest that is sponsored every single week here on the channel. And the process, I think, is relatively straightforward. We basically give away a cool slab every single week simply for watching content here on the channel. And yes, you have to be a subscriber, but this is kind of like a way to give back to the community, say thank you for watching the content that gets put out here. And so this is how it all works. Monday through Friday, I release content. And typically this content is released at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. All you do is basically watch the content that comes out Monday through Friday. And in one of those videos, I will basically say, hey, if you want to win a cool slab, do this, right? And the thing that you have to do is to capture the phrase that I'm going to give you in that video. And so the phrase is typically a word or a couple of words that you just jot down, or you just remember. Relatively straightforward, typically tied to the comic that I'm actually giving you an opportunity to win. Once you hear that phrase and finish watching the video, because I want you to watch the whole video, right? You then head over to the community tab on my homepage. You find the post in which I have some written words that basically say, hey, if you want to enter this week's giveaway, click here. You click that link to go to MailChimp. You go to MailChimp, you plug in 3 pieces of information. 2 of those pieces of information are related to you. 1 piece is the phrase that I would have given you in the video that you just finished watching. You plug that information in, you hit the submit button, and you are then in the contest. All you have to do then is to wait for Sunday night to roll around and tune in to the Ready, Set, Go preview show, which airs at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time to find out if you are the winner. The requirements are pretty straightforward. You have to be a subscriber of the channel, a resident of the U.S., a resident of Canada, or have a mailing address inside the U.S., and that's it. And we've had people that have won outside the U.S. that we've actually sent the slab to someone's family member here in the US, and that family member then forwards it on to the winner. And so people always say, well, why don't you open it up to the rest of the world, or, something like that? And the reason for it is because our sponsor is primarily based here in the United States. That's where their customers actually come from. So it kind of makes sense to limit it to where the sponsor is actually operating. The other reason is that sending books internationally is really expensive. I mean, even sending them to Canada is really expensive. And so by opening it up to the entire world, what we would have to do would be to set aside money in advance because of the likelihood that someone outside the United States could actually win. And as a result of that, that would reduce the amount that we could actually spend to buy a comic, because we tend to buy comics, a couple at a time to kind of cut down on shipping costs. And so if we do that, then that basically reduces the amount of money and, of course, the quality of the books that we can actually give away, because we operate on a fixed budget as part of this giveaway. We have a limited amount of money to kind of work with. And so what we try to do is to limit it to the United States and people that are in Canada so that we can give away a really nice book. And typically, the slabs that we give away are somewhere between $150 to $250 in terms of F&V. And so again, shipping could eat up a lot of that. Just to ship to Canada alone will cost over $30 to do it. And so beyond that, the costs, of course, go up. And so hopefully that helps people to kind of understand why we choose to limit it the way that we do, because we want to give away some really nice stuff that people will actually be able to enjoy. So let me go ahead now, and I want to share with you the screen. I've actually logged into YouTube here as my wife, and you can actually see the kinds of content that my children tend to watch because they use my wife's profile here. But what we'll do is we will head over to her favorite YouTuber who I don't even think she's subscribed to. So we'll go ahead and click that button for her, because again, that's one of the requirements to enter the giveaway. So once you search for Reggie Collects up here, you can then find my profile, which you can see here. We are very thankful for the 4,901 people that have opted to smash that subscribe button. So you basically click that right there, and then you'll go to my homepage. This is basically the homepage for Reggie Collects. And so we now have an additional follower. Very cool. It was clearly my wife. So all you do once you come here is you find this tab right here. This is a community tab. You go ahead and smash that, and that will basically take you to the community tab. And then what you see right here at the very top, are you interested in entering this week's Go Collect giveaway? The phrasing for this thing never changes. I just do a straight cut and paste. And it's here. Sometimes it'll be further down the page because I would have entered other posts on top of it, because I like to post every couple of days. But somewhere in there near the top is going to be what you're seeing right here. Are you interested in entering this week's Go Collect giveaway? And then there is a link. You then want to go ahead and click that link. And let me make sure you guys can see that. Oh, you cannot. So let me change screens here to be able to share that one with you guys so that you can actually see what it is that I just clicked, which is the MailChimp link. And so I click that link and it takes you here. Want to win a cool slab. And what you'll find is that as the week progresses, I'll actually drop in the name of the actual slab. But then all you enter is a couple of pieces of information, your email address, right? Your screen name, and then the response from the video. And as I mentioned in the video, I would have given you a phrase. You plug that phrase in there. Typically spelling does not count, but the phrase has to be correct. Once you do that, you go ahead and you hit the subscribe button. And that's basically all that you need to do to enter the Go Collect giveaway. Now, there are some caveats to this thing. There is only one entry per family, per household. So I know a lot of people's husband and wives and even children do watch the show, but to try to make it as fair as possible for people, it is one entry per household. I do check, I do scrub the list, and I would definitely ask people to be honest about that and to make sure that they're only entering the contest one time. The system is automated, so it gives me the ability and flexibility to kind of scrub the list very quickly and very cleanly to be able to make sure that only one person is actually entering the contest. And again, the goal is to try to keep this thing fair for as many people as possible. So there you have it. The process, I think, is relatively straightforward, but certainly if you have any issues, questions, comments, or thoughts, post them up in the comment section, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Regie Collects to ask your questions. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and good luck when you enter the Go Collect weekly giveaway.